All right, everybody. How y'all doing? How is everybody today? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for being here as always. I am so grateful that you guys find what I do interesting and you show up every week. Today, we are going to have a fantastic guest. And then after that, we are going to have an amazing debate. So don't you go anywhere. So, of course, as always, I want to know where you are connecting from. So please put it in the chat box for me. Where are my peeps connecting from? Please put it in the chat. Morocco, Togo, France, Belgium, Germany, China, United States. Let's go, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up, folks. Appreciate that. Anita, how are you? Yes. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Germany in the building. Marius, Germany in the building. I love that. Yes, Burkina Faso, of course. RD Congo, that's DRC in English. Senegal, yes, beautiful. Benin in the building. Yes, Benin, of course. Hi, Zephyrin. Zephyrin, how are you, my friend? Togo, Colette from Togo. One of my cousins' name is Colette. Haiti in the building. All right, Mali, Cameroon, Niger. All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Tunisia, of course. All right, so here's what we're going to do today, folks. Voici ce qu'on va faire aujourd'hui. Je l'ai déjà dit en anglais, mais il y a certainement des gens qui viennent juste de nous joindre, donc ils n'ont pas bien entendu. Alors, ce qu'on va faire, la première partie, je vais emmener un de nos étudiants, une de nos étudiantes qui est toujours dans notre programme. Son nom, c'est Sonia. Je vais l'emmener tout à l'heure sur le podium. Elle va vous parler d'elle, elle va vous parler du programme également, comment ça a changé sa vie, peut-être en négatif, peut-être en positif. Donc, il faut rester scotché pour voir ce qu'elle va dire. Je ne sais pas du tout ce qu'elle va dire. Donc, on verra ça tout à l'heure. Et dans la seconde partie, j'ai un débat pour vous dans la seconde partie. Je ne vais pas encore vous dire le débat, mais ça sera vraiment, il faut rester jusqu'à la fin pour débattre. Alors, je vais laisser tout à l'heure mon numéro WhatsApp. Je vais épingler ça et je vais le dire également. Donc, vous pouvez me contacter sur WhatsApp si vous voulez participer au débat sous forme vidéo. OK? Donc, il faut montrer vos visages. Sous forme vidéo, on va débattre. All right, everybody. Washington State. Afonso. Wow. Pourquoi aller jusqu'à Washington State? Oh my God, c'est loin. Hein? C'est loin, Washington State. Ça n'a rien à voir avec Washington, D.C. OK? Ne confondez pas Washington State with Washington, D.C. All right, everybody. Thank you. Kung Fu. Is your name Kung Fu or King Fu? All right. Bebe. All right. Kadiata. Kariata de Nouakchott. All right, Bebe So. Very good. Daniel from Togo. Ofonyorea. Very good. OK. Maintenant, je débat toujours si je dois me présenter encore une fois ou pas. Donc, si c'est votre première fois, first time, mettez 1 dans le chat. Si c'est plus d'une fois, mettez 1 plus dans le chat pour moi. Donc, si c'est votre première fois, mettez 1. Si ce n'est pas votre première fois, c'est-à-dire si vous m'avez déjà vu en live plus d'une fois, mettez 1 plus. Je veux voir si je dois me présenter ou pas. Si je vois plus de 1 plus que de 1, je ne vais pas me présenter. Mais je vois, OK, 1, 1 plus, 1 plus, 1, 1. Oh my God. 1, OK. 1 plus, 1. All right, everybody, listen. Let me introduce myself really quickly. Everybody, you know my name already. It's Kojo. Some people call me Coach Kojo, but I will get into that a little bit shortly. So I was born in Togo, in Lomé, a long time ago, long time ago. One day in December, right before Jesus, I was born. And so to fast forward, I started my journey in English learning around really seriously in high school. And so when I was in high school, our teacher, I remember, was just terrifying and traumatizing. He traumatized 99% of that class. I remember our English class in my first year in high school was just terrible. So as a result, of course, a lot of my friends in high school, they just gave up on English. They didn't like it because they did not appreciate the teacher's methodology. And so I decided that I was going to show that teacher that not only did I know how to learn how to speak English, but that I could learn it better than he could, and I could speak it better than he could. And so I took it upon myself to learn English, to master English. And I saw that teacher again before we graduated high school, and he couldn't believe that I was speaking English the way I was. Tout le monde, mettez dans le chat parce que je vois déjà des gens qui disent français. Lorsque je vous dis, est-ce que je dois parler français ou anglais? 90% disent anglais. Maintenant, je commence en anglais. Les gens disent français, s'il vous plaît. Mettez-moi en chat si vous voulez que je me présente en anglais ou en français. Je ne vais pas faire les deux. Mettez ça en chat. On n'a pas le temps pour faire les deux, et le français et l'anglais, on doit choisir. Donc, choisissez dans le chat. Do you want English? Do you want French? Let's go. English or French? Okay. All right. J'attends. C'est la démocratie, tout le monde. C'est la démocratie. Okay. All right. L'anglais, là, on portait sur le français. L'anglais, là, on portait sur le français. All right. So, this teacher, I saw him again before I graduated. He couldn't believe it. So my second year in high school, I was elected president of the English club, and that literally changed the rest of my life, and I'm going to explain why. So my first of all, in high school, no one had been elected president of the English club before their final year. Okay, I was the first one to be elected my second year. And so just to tell you, you can learn English and you can learn it fast, but it takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of sacrifice, takes a lot of consistency and discipline, and also self-confidence that you can do it. Those are the 6 keys to success, by the way. And so I got elected president of the English club, and I was the only person to read anything that had to do with English across high school. Like I would go from class to class to read a note in English. And it was just crazy. Whenever I would enter the class, everybody would just start screaming, l'américain, l'américain. It was crazy. So my last year in high school, that's when one day we had a meeting in our English club, and our teacher invited the somebody who changed my life completely. Her name is Judith Francis. She's still alive, so I cannot say her name was Judith Francis. Her name is Judith Francis, and she was the American diplomat in residence in Togo back then, back in the late 90s. And Judith Francis was asking me a question on her way back to the car after the meeting, and she asked me if I used to go to the U.S. a lot, and to which I replied, no, I've never been to the United States. And so she was so blown away, she was so positively surprised that this lady decided to just be my mentor. That's what I would call her. And she decided to be my mentor, and she will come pick me up from our house every Saturday and Sunday, sometimes Sunday, and we'll go to her house and we'll just watch videos in English and we'll just talk about those things. And also around the same time, I had gone to the American Culture Center to strengthen my English a little bit more. And so I would recommend to you guys, if there's a program, an English program that you can go to, definitely go, because there is a sense of community as well. but also being able to challenge yourself against other people and to gauge your English level against other people's English level is very important. Okay. And I will have a chance to talk about our English program shortly. And so Judith Francis decided to help me a lot in terms of just giving me guidance and giving me advice. And so this lady one day, she told me, I remember like it was yesterday. She was driving me home and she mentioned to me, do you know anything about schools in the United States? Because there is one great school down in Atlanta, Georgia called Morehouse College, and you should look into it. And I say, I've never heard of Morehouse College before, but I will surely look into it. And one thing led to another. I ended up at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, in the south of the United States. August 21st, 2001, I set foot in the United States. And that was over 22 years ago. And Morehouse College back then was ranked number one African American institution across the entire United States. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King, which I believe all of you guys know, went to Morehouse and graduated from Morehouse at a very young age, actually. And so, fun fact, I went to school with John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son. And Morehouse was instrumental in shaping me into the man that I became. But there were several things that happened at Morehouse, and allow me just a few minutes to explain. So when I got to Morehouse, I started immediately in finance, business administration in English. I did not take an English as a second language course. A lot of Francophones, when they get to the United States, they do that first, English as a second language course, just to reinforce or to get better in English. I did not do that. So I skipped 6 months to a year, right? And so I started college immediately in English. That was the first thing that happened. And that was positive for me because I didn't waste any time at all. And going to my second year, things got tough. One thing about Judith Francis that I did not tell you guys is Judith Francis paid half of my tuition and fees my first year in college. This lady, that was a total stranger back in the late 90s, we became really, really good friends. She was an older lady, okay, an older lady. So this is not about, being in a relationship with anybody. No, get that idea out your mind. This was a lady that was really vested in my self-development, and she was ready to help me become the best version of myself. And so she decided that she was going to pay for my studies my first year. So she loaned me 10,000 US dollars, and my parents paid the other 10,000, which was half of the tuition and fees. So both together, yes, Grady, it was just amazing. So together, we put my parents plus Judith Francis pulled together over 20,000 US dollars. Man, the sacrifice that our parents do for us, sometimes just reflect on that and ask yourself if you've been given back or paying forward. It is very important. If your parents are no longer here, ask yourself, am I doing enough to pay forward what your parents have done for you or what a total stranger has done for you? And so without her, there would not be any Coach Kojo today, like hands down. And so, but the story did not end there. My second year, as I was going, yes, that was a lot of money in Athens. My second year, the money ran out. Judith told me that it was only for the first year, and my parents couldn't pay for the second year because there was an economic downturn in Togo back then, and it was very, very tough for my parents to pay for anything for me in the United States. So what happened? Well, what ended up happening was a lady by the name of Oprah Winfrey, who I believe that a lot of you guys know. She decided to help me, and she paid for the rest of my studies. My second year, my third year, and my fourth year, Oprah Winfrey paid for my studies. And I cannot explain to you how that happened. But all I know is if you strongly believe in yourself and you believe in positive future outcomes, they do happen. The universe conspire to make things happen for you. Okay, one book that I would recommend all of you guys read is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist. If you have not read that book, please go ahead and read it. Because now that I've read that book, I realized that back then, that's what was happening. The universe was conspiring to help this young African Black guy who came to the United States by himself with no family members. Guys, I had 0 family members in the United States. And the universe said that as long as you remain positive about the future, we will help you make that happen. And that's how Oprah showed up. And so, yes, Oprah helped me significantly. Without Oprah, I would not have been able to graduate. I would have come back to Togo, and I would have probably become what? I don't know what I would have become at that point, because perhaps I would go back to school, but man, the future would have been bleak. But anyways, we won't talk about what could have, would have, should have happened, right? So here's what ended up happening. As I was going to my third year, I had an internship. I had an internship in investment banking in New York City at a firm called Citigroup. It was just amazing. It was such an amazing experience. It was hardcore, y'all. It was, I'm talking about, man, it was so hardcore. I can spend an entire hour talking about that internship and we would not be done. So I'm just going to leave it at that it was really, really hardcore. But I did that. And man, I'm telling you, if you are able to push through challenges, don't run away from challenges. I know some of you guys, as soon as you see a challenge, you say, "Ooh, that's too hard." You run away. If you keep running away from challenges, you're running away from your future. And if you're running away from your future, well, what do you live for? You understand what I'm saying? So find the challenges, but still go through them. Very, very important, because that's how you grow. Don't just go through them, grow through them. Learn from the challenges, learn from your failures, because man, I guarantee you are going to fail a lot more than you are going to win. But when you win, it's a big win, right? And so I did that for 10 weeks. And these guys paid me $10,000. Can you imagine? Like I had never held in my hands $1,000 a week. And these guys were paying me $1,000 a week. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is so much money. Back then, to me, this was like crazy money. But it's still a lot of money. To make $1,000 a week is still a lot of money for a lot of people, right? And so as I was going to my fourth year, I decided not only to change the bank, to change the state, and also to change the department, meaning the industry that I was going to work in. So I changed 3 things, talking about stepping outside of your comfort zone. I could have gone back to the same bank. I could have gone back to the same state. I could have gone back to the same industry, but I chose 3 different things just to be able to learn new things, go through new things so I can grow through new things. And so that then allowed me to have enough experience that when I was graduating from college, not only was I close to top of my class, I graduated 4th out of over 400 people. Okay. Talking about I was just studying all the time. And for those who would ask, Coach, how did you do that? Well, one word, focus, right? Feed your focus, starve your distractions. Feed your focus, starve your distractions. When you are able to do those 2 things, you will always, in the end, you will always succeed. In whatever you're doing, you will always succeed. A lot of people don't succeed because they give up easily to distractions, right? When times get hard and something else shows up, then you go do that something else. You don't stay long enough on what you're doing. And so distraction is the enemy. All right. I just want y'all to understand that. Yes, Athens, feed your focus and starve your distractions. Feed your focus, starve your distraction. Pas seulement la première moitié, la deuxième moitié compte également extrêmement. Feed your focus, starve your distractions. Okay, very, very important. So here I was in 2004, and I was going to graduate the following year. I started doing interviews at major investment banks in New York City. It was crazy. I was flying from Atlanta to New York City. I wasn't paying for anything. The companies, those big banks, they have a lot of money. They were paying for the flights. And man, it was such an amazing experience. It was almost surreal. It was surreal. That's the only way I could describe it. And so I finally got a job at Morgan Stanley. And Morgan Stanley was one of the major investment banks in New York City, and one of the top investment banks in the entire world. So I worked there as a young investment banker, and man, talking about challenge, talking about pushing you to your limits, talking about working your fingers to the bone. Man, I did things I had never dreamed of doing. And it was tough, man. It was tough. When I say it was tough, I'm talking, going to work at 7:30 or 8 and coming home sometimes at 2 in the morning. So sometimes you work 18, 19 hours, man. It was crazy. So I did that for 2 years. I had enough experience for me to say, okay, now this is enough. With this in amount of information and experience, I can go do something better. And so that's how I decided that I was going to go work for a money management firm. In the industry, we call that a private equity firm or a hedge fund, which was better than investment banking, and they paid better than investment banking. Even though my first year as a young investment banker, I made almost $100,000 just my first year, guys. So just to tell you, for those of you who don't believe in the power of English, well, keep making your $20,000 a year. If that's what you like doing, and if you think that's the max that you could do, then keep doing that. But if you believe that that is not even you have not even scratched the surface yet, I challenge you, master English, and a whole new future will reveal itself to you. Don't trust my words. Just watch my life story. That's all I'm saying. My life story is a living example of how English can change your life. Now watch this. My job when I left Morgan Stanley was to work on a team of only 6 people. We were helping manage a significant amount of money, close to $2 billion US. That's 2,000 million US dollars that we were managing. Just talking about the type of experiences that you can have if you could only master one thing, which is the language that they speak, because the rest, I believe that you can do it, right? But if you have all the competencies and all the skill sets, but you don't speak their language, how can y'all work together? It's impossible, right? And so I did that for 7 years or so, and it was a wild ride, man. It was just incredible. We were traveling a lot, and what we were doing is finance. We were doing hardcore finance. We were helping companies restructure companies and resell them. So buy, restructure, and resell. And then we were also buying and selling stocks. So it was a private equity and also hedge fund where you will buy a stock and then you will hold the stock and then you will sell the stock. And so I left that firm. You will say, well, coach, why would you leave such an amazing opportunity? Well, it's because I believe that my value was much higher than where I was playing, right? A lot of you guys play at the same place forever. And so what ends up happening is you become too comfortable. And we all know that there is no success within your comfort zone. In order for you to succeed, you have to constantly step outside of your comfort zone, right? And that's why I decided to leave the firm and jump into entrepreneurship. But the primary reason was because I really wanted to launch my own company, because the idea came to me that a lot of people in Manhattan, New York, where I was living, they were lazy or busy. And so therefore they wouldn't go to the grocery store, and it became a problem for them. So I decided to solve that problem, and I launched the company, and our goal was to shop for your groceries and to deliver your groceries within 2 hours in Manhattan. If you know anything about New York City and Manhattan, man, the logistics involved in delivering groceries, first of all, shopping groceries in a store that has over 25,000 items, and then delivering the groceries to somebody in Manhattan within 2 hours, that was insane. So I learned a lot, I failed a lot, but most importantly, that helped me launch the next phase of my life. And by the way, parentheses, thanks to English, I was able to hire for that company. Because when you build a company, you need to hire people. I was able to hire Americans to work for me. If it were not for English, I would not have been able to hire those folks. Yes? Now check this out. I was able to go convince investors to give me money to be able to fund my growth. They gave me money. They did not know me. What did I do? I used the power of the language that they could speak to be able to convince them to be able to understand me and understand the vision, right? That is hard as hell to do. Yes, I don't want to curse. I almost cursed. I was like, that was hard as, but that was hard as hell. So, man, English is the key. That's all I'm trying to say. So then, well, that's a natural segue to the next phase of my life. When in June of 2018, I was shutting down that company. It's a long story. We could have, if you have questions about why I shut down that company, feel free to ask me. And that's a whole other story, man. But as I was shutting down that company, I started Kojo English. And that was in March of 2018. I had about 30 students. 30 students, man. When I started, I had about 30 students. Today, we have helped over 7,000 students in over 50 countries. And so the program has literally transformed the lives of a lot of people. And one of those folks is our guest today. I will not wait any longer. Guys, everybody put your hands together for the one and only Sonia Ravin. Sonia.
Hello, coach. Hello, everybody.
You look fantastic this evening.
Thank you, coach. It's
How
it's
you
a
feeling?
pleasure to be there.
You feel good? How you
Yes,
feeling?
I feel fantastic. Thank you, coach.
Fantastic. I feel good. Da, da,
What
da, da,
about
da,
you?
da. I like that. Well,
Hello.
listen, so everybody, this is Sonia. Sonia is one of our students in our English program. Donc, Sonia est l'une de nos étudiantes dans notre programme d'immersion anglaise dont je viens de parler. Ne vous inquiétez pas, tout à l'heure, je vais laisser mon numéro WhatsApp, je vais épingler ça. Si vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion, vous pouvez m'envoyer un message tout à l'heure. Mais patientez, Sonia va vous expliquer d'abord un tout petit peu qui elle est, ce qu'elle fait dans la vie, et ensuite, comment est-ce qu'elle a découvert le programme d'immersion anglaise, est-ce que ça l'a bénéficié, peut-être que ça l'a bénéficié, c'est pourquoi elle est toujours dans le programme, n'est-ce pas? Mais on va voir tout à l'heure, et je vais la laisser parler. Donc, d'abord, on va faire un sondage. Je sais que je viens de vous arroser le visage avec l'anglais là. Est-ce que vous voulez que Sonia continue en anglais ou bien est-ce que vous voulez que Sonia prenne la relève et parle français un tout petit peu pour diluer l'anglais que je vous ai collé au visage? Dites-nous ça dans le commentaire, s'il vous plaît. Say that in the comments, everybody. Say that in the comments. English or French? Do you want Sonia to speak English or do you want Sonia to speak French? Everybody. Je vais vous laisser mon numéro WhatsApp tout à l'heure, tout le monde. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'ils disent? Oh, ils disent, okay, ils disent English. English is better. English. All right. Ah oui, vous voulez tester Sonia. Hein? Vous voulez tester Sonia. Vous dites, ah, elle est dans le programme. On va voir ce qu'on va voir aujourd'hui. All right, Sonia. Well, the crowd has spoken. So it seems like English is going to be the language.
You know.
All right, so Sonia, why don't you tell us, au fait, si on avait dit ceci à Sonia il y a de cela 2 ans ou je ne sais pas, 2 ans, 3 ans, 4 ans, 5 ans, elle serait complètement pétrifiée. Complètement. Anglais, quoi? Je vis en France, vous voulez que je parle anglais?
Yeah.
All right, so Sonia, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself really quickly to these happy folks?
Okay, so my name is Sonia Ravin. I'm 45 years old, and I work as an image consultant, a coach and team trainer, and also a relationship consultant. So one day I decided.
Where do you live?
I live in Mulhouse, in Alsace, in the northeast of France.
You live in France. And how long have you been living in France?
Oh, I have been living in France for something like 5 years. In this region, 5 years.
No, just in France. In France.
Okay. Yes, in France, yes.
And then prior to France, I think you lived in the Caribbean or something like that.
Yes, for 1 year. Yeah.
So you lived, was it in Martinique? Was it Martinique or where did you live?
Yes, I have been lived in Martinique, but mindset didn't.
You know what? Yesterday I got a student from Martinique. She's starting our program. Yeah. Yeah. I think her name is Christine something. I just interviewed her yesterday. We start getting Martinique. Christine Loudon from Martinique.
Yes.
She's starting our program. Let me see, when is she starting? Oh, she started already. She started this weekend. This past weekend. Yeah, that's amazing. So you live in France. Do you have any children? Do you
Yes, I have 3 kids, 3 children, 2 teens and a little girl who yes, and it's nice. It's nice. You know that.
Cam says that you don't look your age, meaning you look really young. Somebody's giving you compliments.
My inner child is still alive. That's why.
Very good. So listen, Sonia, so can you tell folks a little bit about what you did in your prior life, what you do now, and what you're thinking about in terms of your future?
Okay. I have been worked as a manager in an English company for 10 years, and I decided to open my own business. And it was significant for me because, when you are in a company and you know that people are going to use you and to pay you a quarter of what you really deserve, you know that you have to leave your comfort zone and to build something very, very,
Amen.
Strongly yourself. You have to work for yourself because I wanted to work for my own dreams.
Yeah.
And
instead of helping somebody else build their dream.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I decided to do it, and it was not easy. I will not, say that it's easy to take this leap of faith. But when you did it once, you can do it again and again and again in different stage of your life, and it's just magic. I love that. to be challenged.
One second. Pendant que Sonia est en train de parler, je vais vous laisser mon numéro de WhatsApp. OK, pendant que Sonia est en train de parler, je vais vous laisser mon numéro. Je vais expliquer, s'il vous plaît, patientez. Je vais expliquer pourquoi je laisse le numéro de WhatsApp. C'est pour 2 raisons. D'abord, je vais taper le numéro dans le chat. Je vais épingler ça. Je vais vous dire ça 3 fois. Donc, prenez note, s'il vous plaît. Alors, donc, le numéro, c'est +1 917 294 87 64. +1 917 294 87 64. +1 9 1 7 2 9 4 8 7 6 4. Pour ceux qui ne parlent pas français, si vous ne parlez pas français, pourquoi vous êtes ici? All right, so +1 917. Apprenez à lire vos numéros de téléphone en anglais, hein, c'est très important. C'est votre devoir de maison aujourd'hui. +1 917 294 87 64. Alors, la raison pour laquelle je laisse le numéro, c'est pour 2 raisons. La première, je dis, Sonia est dans notre programme d'immersion anglaise. Si vous aimez ce que vous entendez, vous aimez ce que vous voyez, et vous vous dites, je vais me lancer comme Sonia s'est lancée également, envoyez-moi un message dans le WhatsApp. Je ne peux pas consulter là maintenant. J'ai mon WhatsApp à côté de moi, mais je ne peux pas le consulter tout de suite. Dites-moi votre prénom, votre nom de famille et dites que vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise. S'il vous plaît, faites ça dans cette séquence. Nom, prénom ou bien prénom, nom, et dites que vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise. Maintenant, dans la deuxième partie de ce live, si vous êtes intéressé à participer au débat que je vais lancer tout à l'heure après notre entretien avec notre chère Sonia, utilisez le même WhatsApp. Dites encore votre nom et prénom, ou bien prénom et nom, et dites que vous êtes intéressé par le débat, et je vais vous faire venir ici, OK, et vous allez débattre en vidéo, OK? Vous allez activer votre caméra et vous allez débattre en vidéo. Maintenant, donc, encore une fois, s'il vous plaît, là maintenant, c'est pour le programme d'immersion. Si vous êtes intéressé, envoyez un message. Je suis intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise. Mettez votre nom, prénom, nom. Ensuite, lorsque ça commence à tirer à sa fin, à ce moment-là, je vais dire si vous êtes intéressé par le débat, envoyez un message pour dire je suis intéressé. Parce que je ne veux pas avoir plusieurs messages qui se superposent. Oh, programme d'immersion anglaise, débat, programme d'immersion anglaise. Je veux que ça on soit structuré. All right, everybody. So, Sonia was saying how difficult it is to be an entrepreneur, but at the same time, how rewarding it is to work for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you know that you're sharing the pain by yourself, but you're also sharing the gain for yourself. Yes?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
And so what motivated you? What made you confident that you could just decide one day to work for yourself?
Oh, it's because I knew that I had a power, the power to speak with people and to convince them to ameliorate their lives. It was something that make part of myself. This is my DNA. So I decided to do it for the majority of people around me.
And what kind of business was it?
Oh, I help people. I lead people to ameliorate their lives professionally and personally by helping them to express their emotions. Because
what does that even mean? Meaning, what problem are you solving specifically? What problem do people have that you say, hey, you have this problem, I have the solution?
Yes, most part of time, people, the vast majority of people want to make decisions through their emotions, and this is not a good thing. You have to figure out what is wrong inside you, within you, and after that you can make a decision properly.
But do people know that they have a problem?
Yes, the society doesn't want us to express our emotions. We feel weak when we express that, oh, I'm upset about that, or
Yeah.
these things make me feel sad. Most part of people don't have space, a safe space to express their
Can
emotions.
you just can you give me a concrete example
Yes.
of a problem that somebody would have? A very specific example.
A very specific example. Yes, my last client, he has postponed our meeting something like 7 times. So I just
What?
looked. Yes. I was okay, I can see the game. Okay. And I called him and I told him, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. This meeting was for free. Now you have to pay me 180 euro for that because you don't respect my time. The only thing that I cannot, pay back or, take back is my time. So now you have
Absolutely.
to pay it. And he told me, you know what? Thank you, Sonia. I will do it. And he did it. And we met up, and it was crazy because his problem was to postpone everything. He knew that he
Yeah.
has, a problem to fix. It's like a
Just
coping.
one second. Je vais mettre une citation. J'aurai pas le temps de l'écrire. La citation, c'est quoi? La manière dont on fait quelque chose et la manière dont on fait toute chose. The way we do anything is the way we do everything. This
Yes.
gentleman, when he postponed that meeting, it is the same way he keeps postponing everything in his life.
Yes.
If he had a training to do, he will keep postponing it. Oh, I'll do it in 2024. Oh man, I'll do it when I get some time off. I'll do it when my children start college. I will do, and he postponed. He ends up living his life postponing the entire life until he dies.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
I know those people.
Yes. And I told him, we call that coping mechanism. So what you're gonna do? What we're gonna do? You want to solve this problem, or you want to live with that and be frustrating all your life? And
Yeah.
he told me we are gonna work on it. And it was crazy because on Sunday we met up on Saturday, and on Sunday he sent me, thank you, Sonia, because we spoke about financial issues, and thanks to your work, the job we did together, the result, the outcome was immediate. It was crazy. So yes, it's very important to speak about what can make you feel, unsatisfied in your life,
Absolutely.
And yes,
And so, how did you solve his problem?
by emphasizing that when he earned money, he didn't find a way to keep it. He don't know how to
Oh,
save money. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I know client confidentiality and everything. So, but my question is, did he spend the money in strip clubs or drinking or things like that? Or
No, it did something very, very significant. He was in his bed. Okay. His girlfriend was at an appointment, and she was making her hairdo, and
one second, one quick second. Il y a toujours des gens qui n'arrivent pas à suivre les conseils. S'il vous plaît, j'ai dit que si vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise, envoyez-moi un WhatsApp. J'ai épinglé le WhatsApp. J'ai dit le WhatsApp plusieurs fois. Pourtant, il y a toujours des gens dans le chat qui disent « Je suis intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise ». Oui, je viens de dire une citation. La manière dont vous faites quelque chose est la manière dont vous faites toute chose. Si vous n'arrivez pas à suivre des conseils, c'est exactement de la même manière que vous ne pouvez pas arriver à être focus, parce que suivre quelque chose, ça veut dire être focus. Et j'ai commencé le live en disant affamer vos distractions. et nourrissez votre focus. Starve your distractions and feed your focus. Guys, you have to pay attention. Very, very important. Nous avons deux oreilles et une bouche parce qu'il faut écouter deux fois plus qu'on ne parle. Very, very important. All right, Sonia, go ahead. So the girlfriend was in bed and
Yeah, no, he was in his bed and
he was
very
the
sick.
one in bed. Yep.
Yeah, and his girlfriend, just called him and told, "Oh yes, I'm so upset because my hair dryer is broken." So what he did, he decided to find a solution to save her. Okay, and he decided to order an Uber, and Uber said, "No, we cannot do that." Okay, so he just took a cab. And yes,
And he
both.
went to the store.
Yes,
He took a cab
yes,
to the store to buy a new hair dryer.
yes, something like 300 euro. Okay, and he just put the hair dryer behind her door. Okay, and after that, he was waiting for the answer. It's like this: when you save someone, after that you're going to persecute this person. And the girlfriend just answered back, "Oh, thank you, I will call you back later." And the later never happened.
Oh no.
And he was, that drove him up the wall, completely, and he told me, "Yes, it's not fair." I said, what did you do? What is the main thing that happened in this situation? And I just helped him to, just look at the situation with another perspective, and he understood that he just wanted to have some kind of gratifications.
Mm-hmm.
When
Very
you are
interesting.
user, you want gratification from
So
outside.
that's your job, and you do this job full time. Can you explain to folks if this is what you do full time?
Yes, I do. Not full time. It's a quarter of what I am doing because I'm
Okay.
image
What are
consultant.
some of the other things that you do?
Yes, I'm image consultant. So that
What
means
is an
that
image consultant? What problem are you solving?
people who are, not who don't have self-confidence or self-esteem, I will build that with them through their image, by choosing clothes, outfits that will fit with their personality,
Yeah,
and their morphology. It's very important. You are,
that
you
that's
know that if you care
that,
about how you dress, you will show people how to treat you.
absolutely. People cannot respect you until you respect yourself.
Hmm.
And a lot of people judge the book by its cover.
Yes.
And so if the cover is dusty and the cover is torn and the cover does not look good, people will judge you.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially African people will judge you. Okay,
So, you know,
that's a fact. African people will judge you if you come out looking like freaking like a rapper. They will judge you, and so people judge really really quickly. And so
yes,
your job is to make sure that when they judge you, they're judging you based on who you really are, not
yes,
somebody else.
yes, we have to master this skill. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So
Instead of
so
letting
so
people
so far
decide.
that's two jobs that you have. Do you have anything else?
Yes, I have another one. I'm a coach, and I help, companies to build, a kind of good cohesion between all the employees. It's very important because without employees, your company will not increase their, outcome,
Revenue,
not
revenues.
revenues. Yes, it's not possible.
That's amazing. Listen, man, Sonia, you obviously wear so many different hats. So it seems to me that you are doing pretty well in life, or at least you know exactly where you're going. when during this trajectory did you decide that English was important for you and that you needed to learn how to speak English? I mean, why did you need English at all?
Oh, it was because I was in Germany attending to an art exhibition, and one of my friends decided to introduce me, and I wasn't able to speak German language and neither English language. It drove me up the wall. I said, no, enough, it's enough. Moreover, I broke up my relationship with my ex-husband. So my entire life was collapsing. And it's not easy at all because you can feel that a lot of bad energy, bad feelings are overwhelming yourself, and it's not good. So I decided, I was in my living room, this place. I said, oh my God, I need to do something that I really love, because now I have all this free time and I want to do something that will help me to build my self-confidence, because everything was, uncertain. And it's crazy because when you lead those kind of things, the vast majority of people just want to let it go and to abandon themselves. And I decided to, I just watched one of your video, and I said, your videos, and I said, Sonia, you need to do something with that.
Wow.
Be brave and send this message to Kajo. And let's see, wait and see. And I took this leap of faith and I said, yes, I need to add joy in my life, satisfaction. And I need to learn things, in order to develop all my skills. And fortunately, you answered me back. So,
but why did you? How did you know what you wanted? I mean, why did you need English at that very particular time of your life?
Because I live near Switzerland. I know that I will say something very personal, but the father of my first son, my eldest son, is an Englishman. And when we met, I wasn't able to speak English with him.
What?
Yeah.
That's I have so many questions, but I'm going to hold back. I have so many jokes, but I'm gonna hold back. But anyway, yeah. So that's insane.
Yes, but love is international. So just see.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
The 24th of December, he called me back after 70 years of absence.
17.
And 17 years of absence. Okay. I just received a call from New York City, and it's crazy. What is that? Okay. And he just started to speak in English, and I just, continued the conversation in English. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Amazing.
It's just crazy. Yes. So
Amazing.
I know that.
So Sonia, now I need you to switch to French so that people can at least grab a little bit of the message that you're saying. At this point, I guess all of the people who are in the chat, you understand that Sonia can speak English. So now it's okay for her. No, Athens, seriously, I need everybody to understand. Your level is pretty high. I know your level is pretty high because Athens, some of the things you said, she's kind of a jack of all trade. Your English is probably B2 or C1, but not everybody here has a B2 or C1. So allow everybody to be able to understand Sonia's message, Athens. So Sonia, can you continue? I will be asking questions in English, but please answer in French. can you continue and explain to folks when you started the program, what was your impression of the program? Did you feel that it was weird at first and then you kind of didn't like it or you loved it immediately? How was it in French?
Alors, j'ai tout de suite accroché avec la méthode parce qu'en fait, moi, je suis une communicante, donc j'ai besoin de parler avec des gens autour de moi. Et le fait d'être...
Quelle méthode? Pour ceux qui n'ont pas compris ma question.
Oui, donc voilà, moi j'ai tout de suite apprécié la méthode de Coach English parce qu'en fait j'aime parler avec les gens et je trouve ça super de pouvoir communiquer avec plusieurs élèves tout au long de la journée, la nuit. Parfois je travaille toute la journée et je ne peux répondre qu'à 22h, 23h, minuit. Parfois je fais des nuits blanches. Et ben je peux répondre à n'importe quelle heure. Je peux parler anglais tous les jours. Ça, c'est vraiment quelque chose de magique dans la formule et je ne me voyais pas faire un cours avec juste un prof qui me donne des devoirs à faire. J'aime cette interaction et le fait de comprendre ce que vivent d'autres classmates, d'autres élèves et moi, de partager ma journée en fait quotidiennement. C'est ce qui nous permet de répéter jusqu'à effectivement réussir à emmagasiner le vocabulaire, les règles de grammaire. Et voilà, et honnêtement, on a des coachs très exigeants et j'adore ça, moi. J'adore ça. On est challengé en permanence.
That's beautiful. One second before I continue. Une minute. Avant que je ne continue, encore une fois, je réitère. J'ai laissé mon numéro. J'ai épinglé ça sur le live. C'est +1 917 294 87 64. Sonia est une de nos étudiantes, juste brillante, très brillante. Elle est dans le programme, elle a commencé comme ça. Aujourd'hui, son niveau est comme ça. Elle vous a donné l'exemple tout à l'heure de son ex qui a appelé de New York et elle a pris le téléphone. Avant, elle ne pouvait pas faire cela. Aujourd'hui, elle parle couramment l'anglais avec tout le monde et ça inclut les natifs américains également. Maintenant, c'est l'une des raisons pour lesquelles j'ai laissé le numéro épinglé. Si vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion, envoyez un message dans mon WhatsApp direct, pas dans le chat, et dites que vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion, mais dites également votre nom et votre prénom. Soyons professionnels tout le monde. Sans nom et prénom, je ne vais pas vous répondre parce que j'ai littéralement des centaines de messages. Chaque semaine, je reçois plus de 1400 messages chaque semaine. Donc, vous imaginez mon WhatsApp. Je trie très rapidement. Dès que je vois que cette personne n'est pas professionnelle, je ne réponds même pas. Nom, prénom, dites que vous êtes intéressé par le programme d'immersion anglaise. La deuxième raison pour laquelle j'ai laissé mon WhatsApp, si vous êtes intéressé par le débat qu'on va faire tout à l'heure, envoyez un message, dites que vous êtes intéressé par le débat. Je vais vous laisser un lien. On va faire un débat tout à l'heure, juste après l'entretien avec Sonia. On va faire un débat, on va parler anglais en live. Assurez-vous qu'au moins, vous pouvez faire des phrases en anglais. Si vous faites des erreurs, ce n'est pas grave. Le but n'est pas de parler un bon anglais, mais au moins, sachez parler un peu l'anglais. Si votre niveau est 0, ne m'envoyez pas un message en disant « Je suis intéressé par le débat » parce que le débat sera 100% en anglais. All right, everybody. Sonia, please continue. So you got in the program. One thing that you loved was the ability to be able to exchange with anybody in the group. The community, you love the community aspect, but also you love the flexibility of being able to study whenever you had a little bit of time. You could go in the group and then have conversations in the group.
Yes. Oui, tout à fait, c'est exactement ça. Et ce que j'apprécie aussi, c'est les différents sujets qu'on aborde en classe. Je donne un exemple. Là, je parle avec un natif qui est anglais, mais de Londres. Eh bien, il me dit, oui, j'ai vécu en Nouvelle-Zélande, mais bon, je pense que tu connais pas parce que c'est vrai qu'on parle pas trop de la Nouvelle-Zélande, voilà. Sauf qu'on avait fait un cours avec Coach Marie sur les capitales. Et du coup, il me dit, j'habitais dans la capitale, tu connais? J'ai dit, yes, Wellington. Il me dit, oh! Et du coup, je l'ai partagé avec Coach Marie parce que je me suis dit, ben voilà, en fait, on a des cours sur l'histoire, sur la culture en général, sur la géographie, sur énormément de choses, sur le développement personnel. Et tout ça, ce sont des sujets qui m'intéressent. À partir du moment où je m'endors en ayant appris quelque chose, moi, je suis heureuse. Donc voilà. Et je le partage après avec mes enfants, mes amis, les personnes autour de moi. Donc voilà, c'est un cercle vertueux et c'est magique. Et moi,
Wow.
l'anglais, c'est ma médecine. Hein. Je le dis clairement. Hein.
And I remember that earlier on when you started the program, you told me that your kids also wanted to speak English because you started speaking English, so they wanted to speak English with you.
Yeah.
Can you touch a little bit on that?
Oui, ben en fait, quand ils m'entendent au quotidien avec mon téléphone, donc ils me reprochent d'avoir mon téléphone en permanence avec moi. Coach Joe, ben, forcément, ils te connaissent. Donc voilà.
J'en ai deux.
Donc voilà. Difficile de leur reprocher d'avoir le téléphone comme moi je l'ai en permanence pour mes cours.
Yeah.
Donc voilà, et forcément, ma fille répète les phrases qu'elle entend quand je dis hello guys le matin ou quand je dis toodaloo par exemple, elle répète et ça c'est chouette. Mes enfants regardent les films en anglais. Donc ça c'est chouette. Et là du coup je disais le père de mon premier fils m'a demandé si j'étais d'accord pour que mon fils parte à Londres pendant 2 mois cet été pour parler anglais parce que ça va être important dans la relation qu'ils vont construire, même s'ils parlent français.
Wow.
C'est magique. C'est comme vraiment, c'est de la sérendipité. On rentre là-dedans et on se dit qu'est-ce qu'on va trouver. Et en fait, on commence à apprécier tout ce qu'on fait en permanence. Moi, je ne sais pas ce qui va se passer, mais je n'ai absolument pas envie de quitter le programme. Ça fait 3 ans.
Sonia doesn't want to leave.
Non, c'est un investissement sur moi que j'ai fait.
Quelqu'un dit que l'investissement en soi est le meilleur investissement qui soit. And I just love that because a lot of people don't understand that investing in yourself is better than investing in a house. Yeah. Because if you invest in yourself, you can make so much money that you can buy 10 houses. And yet people will spend money that they could have invested in themselves, buying books, going to trainings, doing a lot of self-development, understanding themselves, paying for coaches to help them become the best version of themselves. They will use that money to buy clothes, to buy shoes, to buy gifts for their kids. And now it's December 24th, and they come to me and they say, hey, coach, le programme là, le coup là, c'est serré, hein? Je suis coincé parce que, vous savez, c'est les fêtes, on doit acheter des cadeaux, etc. And I'm like, what? You don't understand priorities. That when you invest in yourself this year and you explain this to your kids, in the future, you will be able to buy as many gifts as you want instead of living paycheck to paycheck every single year. People just don't understand that level of priority.
Yeah.
And so as you're explaining today, and the way you're explaining it is just, it's so amazing. Because, I read the book Atomic Habit, and they talked about something called keystone habit. A keystone habit is a habit that when you start doing it, it has positive effects on all the other parts of your life. Like when you start exercising, working out is a keystone habit. When you start working out, not only is that impacting your health, but it's also impacting a lot of other things, like the way you spend money, right? It's impacting your relationships. It's potentially impacting the woman or the man that you're going to be able to attract. It's impacting your own happiness, internal happiness, your self-confidence. And so English seems to me, from the example that you just gave me, is almost like a keystone, some sort of keystone self-development that impacts on different parts of your life.
Yeah.
And so your kids, different relationships, your social life. That's what it seems like from what you just explained.
I need to say that in English, sorry. But
Yeah.
it's like when you want to be the leader of your life, okay?
Yeah.
Leader means being responsible, having responsibilities, okay? And in this world, responsibilities, we have having response and having abilities, okay? That's it. So if you want to control your life, you have to develop your skills. And now I can tell everybody that I am able to advocate for myself.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
know
have
that.
now I can do it. Yes.
I know that.
This is what I said to the father of my children. I told him, you showed me by the past how you loved me. Now you are going to show me how much you love me. It's not the same.
No. So talking the talk is different from walking the talk. And so a lot of people talk the talk. They just can't walk the walk. And so actions speak louder than words.
Definitely. And even though I have been through difficulties and tough situations, I have just figured out that I am not bitter, but better.
Yeah. Wow.
That changed everything.
That's amazing. Can you speak a little bit in French about the community aspects of Kojo English? Do you have friends at Kojo English that you can call sisters or brothers? Like what in French, so that everybody can understand.
Oui, j'ai des sœurs, j'ai des âmes
Alors
sœurs.
la question, c'est quoi déjà en français?
Alors, la question. Alors, j'ai effectivement. Donc, est-ce que j'ai des sœurs ou des amis au sein de mon groupe? Bien sûr, j'ai construit des amitiés juste fabuleuses avec mes classmates, avec les élèves. J'ai des sœurs, j'ai des âmes sœurs, j'ai vraiment des personnes très proches, alors qu'il y a des personnes que je n'ai jamais rencontrées. Mais le feeling, la connexion, elle est là, en fait. On peut s'entendre avec plein de personnes, on peut avoir de l'alchimie avec des tonnes de personnes, mais là, on parle de connexion. C'est de la connexion à travers un écran, et après, on s'appelle. J'ai des personnes que j'appelle régulièrement, à qui je demande des nouvelles, et c'est bizarre parce qu'on ne connaît pas nos voix en français. On ne se parle qu'en anglais. Donc, c'est juste...
J'ai jamais pensé à ça, en fait. I've never thought about that. Yeah.
Mais oui. Et c'est juste incroyable. On me dit, ta voix, Sonia, elle est bizarre en français. Bah oui, et j'ai une autre personnalité. On développe tous deux personnalités. Je ne suis pas la même en anglais qu'en français. La vérité, elle est là. Et du coup, forcément, j'ai une façon de m'exprimer, de me mouvoir. Mon intonation de voix n'est pas la même.
Absolutely.
In English, it's so sweet.
So let's say hypothetically, let's say that you did not learn English. What do you think your life today would be?
Just chaotic. Ma vie serait un chaos, clairement, parce que le fait d'avoir appris l'anglais, ça m'a tellement... le fait de ne pas apprendre l'anglais, ça m'a vraiment écarté de plein de possibilités, ça m'a écarté de plein d'opportunités professionnelles et personnelles. Parce que quand on a peur de parler anglais parce qu'on fait des fautes ou que l'entourage se moque de nous, eh bien, forcément, on ne va pas aller au-delà de ce qu'on est capable de faire. C'est impossible. Donc, on reste dans son coin. Et j'ai toujours su, au plus profond de moi, que je valais mieux que ça, que j'étais capable de faire beaucoup plus que ce que je suis capable de faire là. Et c'est ce qui est en train de se passer. Et ça, c'est magique. Donc voilà, et dans le groupe, quand on a un coup de mou, ça arrive parfois. Eh bien, ça fait du bien d'entendre une classmate te dire « Hey Sonia, j'ai vu que ta voix, elle n'était pas… » Parce que du coup, finalement, on ne se voit pas. on s'entend. Donc,
Uh-huh.
on reste focus sur l'essentiel. J'ai vu que ça allait pas trop. Je dis, ouais, c'est vrai, effectivement, j'ai appris une mauvaise nouvelle ou un truc. Et en fait, on se remonte le moral et c'est reparti. Et puis, du coup, je vais faire pareil avec les autres et on va partager des choses qui vont nous permettre de développer notre estime de nous, notre confiance en nous et de rester focus sur nos objectifs pour atteindre nos objectifs. On lâche rien, en fait, parce qu'on sait qu'on est entouré, on n'est pas seul. Et je crois que ça, c'est une grande force dans ce programme-là, c'est de ne jamais se sentir seul. Moi, il y a des fois où je me sentais seule et j'attendais les commentaires de Coach Kojo avec du popcorn devant. Et quand il me dit ma
Tout le
vidéo,
monde, je ne fais plus de coaching, tout le monde. Je ne fais plus de coaching, mais j'étais, oui, de par le passé, j'étais le coach de Sonia. Je ne fais plus de coaching. J'ai donné plus de 7000 heures de coaching. Aujourd'hui, je suis focalisé sur la stratégie de croissance, mais nous avons des coachs extrêmement compétentes qui ont mon ADN également, qui font juste un travail impeccable. Et aujourd'hui, la coach de Sonia, elle a brièvement parlé d'elle tout à l'heure, coach Mary. Je ne sais pas si elle est en train de nous suivre, mais elle est juste magnifique. OK, so don't say, ne m'envoyez pas un message en disant je veux que tu sois mon coach. Je ne peux pas être votre coach. Désolé.
C'est pareil pour Coach Mary, c'est pareil pour Coach Mary. Honnêtement, c'est quelqu'un de qui je suis très proche. Hein. Ça m'arrive, je lui envoie des messages inbox aussi et je vais partager des choses avec elle. Je pense à elle et je rêve du jour où on va se rencontrer à Londres. C'est comme ça. C'est comme ça.
Absolutely.
C'est tout.
Absolutely.
Donc voilà, c'est une belle famille. Une belle famille.
Sonia, what would you say to people who are afraid of investing their money in something that they don't know what the result is going to be? What would you tell those people? Parce que je vois des gens qui m'envoient des messages et ils disent « Oh, ok, je vais patienter, je vais réfléchir, je vous reviendrai. » Des choses comme ça, juste pour tergiverser, comme le monsieur, tergiverser, repousser à demain et ne jamais le faire au final. What would you say to those people?
Alors, je vais partager quelque chose d'encore une fois personnel parce qu'entre le pro et le perso, il y a pas de, la frontière est très fine. Quand j'ai décidé de commencer les cours d'anglais, je n'avais pas d'argent. Je n'avais pas d'argent, je tiens à le dire. Et je me suis dit, qu'est-ce que je fais? Est-ce que je continue à me dire, bon ben, j'ai pas d'argent, ou je me dis, comment je fais pour payer
Yes.
Donc voilà, est-ce que c'est une option ou est-ce que c'est
Don't
une priorité?
find an excuse, find a way.
Yes, yes.
Are you going to find an excuse, oh, I don't have money, or are you going to find a way to get the money?
C'est exactement ça. Donc, je reconstruisais tout. Il fallait que je trouve un appartement, que je meuble chez moi, que j'inscrive mes gamins à l'école. C'est énormément de responsabilités. Et je me suis dit, non, je vais faire quelque chose pour moi. Je ne m'exclus pas de cette nouveauté que je suis en train de me créer. Et j'ai décidé d'envoyer ce message. Et jamais je ne me suis dit, ce mois-ci, je ne paye pas mon cours d'anglais. Ça fait partie de mon budget. C'est comme ça. Ça me permet de me construire. Et je le dis, oui, c'est une addiction. C'est mon addiction. Je préfère avoir cette addiction-là qui me permet de faire de la gymnastique là, avec mon cerveau tous les jours. Voilà. Du coup, je sais que
j'ai une addiction, mais c'est comme investir une goutte d'eau pour avoir accès à tout un océan.
C'est ça. C'est exactement ça. Aujourd'hui, je sais que je suis capable de gérer des situations que je n'étais pas capable de gérer quand je n'apprenais pas l'anglais. Parce
non seulement ça, mais lire des livres qui sont en anglais et qui peuvent radicalement changer nos vies.
Totalement.
Mais moi, la raison pour laquelle j'ai déménagé de New York, on a déménagé de New York pour le Maroc, c'est parce que j'ai lu un livre en anglais qui s'appelle The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Si je ne connaissais pas l'anglais, aujourd'hui, ma vie serait complètement différente. Je ne serais pas dans ce bureau aujourd'hui. C'est l'anglais qui m'a mis dans ce bureau. Parce que sans l'anglais, j'aurais même pas ce livre sur mon radar. C'est comme aujourd'hui, j'étais en communication avec quelqu'un, je reçois plus de 200 messages WhatsApp par jour, et cette demoiselle m'a contacté, elle dit « Oh, je suis intéressée, etc. » Elle a vu le prix, elle dit « Oh, je vous reviens plus tard. » J'ai dit, d'accord, qu'est-ce qui vous empêche? Elle dit, oh, c'est juste que l'anglais, pour le moment, bon, c'est important, mais c'est pas aussi urgent que ça. J'ai dit, donc, vous ne pensez pas que vous ratez des opportunités? Elle dit, à ce que je sache, je n'ai pas encore raté d'opportunité. Et je dis, mais les gens pensent en fait que rater une opportunité, ça veut dire avoir un entretien d'embauche qui ne résulte pas meaning that they don't hire you. Non, c'est pas ça, rater une opportunité. Rater une opportunité, c'est ne pas pouvoir lire cet article-là qui dit free, ou bien ce livre qui dit free sur LinkedIn, ou bien ne pas pouvoir voyager quelque part qui va radicalement changer votre vie. Et parce que les gens parlent l'anglais là-bas, vous décidez de ne pas voyager là-bas, vous préférez aller quelque part d'autre. C'est ça, rater des opportunités. Ce n'est pas nécessairement un entretien d'embauche. So I just want people to understand. I want you guys, je veux que vous compreniez que littéralement, vous investissez une goutte d'eau pour avoir accès à tout un océan. Parce que ça change non seulement tout autour de vous, ça vous change, mais ça change également votre progéniture, vos enfants et leurs enfants également, juste grâce à une seule décision. Vous décidez de vous lancer. Il y a des gens qui disent, oh, mais et si ça ne marche pas? Et si ça ne marche pas? Quoi, vous allez mourir? Et d'ailleurs, si ça ne marche pas, c'est que vous ne marchez pas. Parce qu'il y a des gens qui viennent dans le programme, qui croisent les doigts et disent, mais coach, vous m'avez promis être bilingue après 6 mois, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Pour terminer, Sonia, can you tell people how you are able to make the time? Because I know that you're very busy. How are you able? Parce que ça, c'est ce qui gangrène un tout petit peu beaucoup de gens. Ça leur fait peur. Ils disent, oh coach, je vais vous revenir lorsque j'aurai le temps. Eh bien, on n'a jamais le temps. On n'a jamais le temps. Il faut l'épargner. On ne l'a jamais. So, how did you make the time for English being as busy as you are today?
Le temps, ça se prend. C'est tout. Je le prends et chaque jour, ça fait partie de ma routine. Je m'impose d'envoyer au minimum une vidéo ou 4 vocaux. C'est important pour moi. En fait, c'est ma priorité, c'est important pour moi. Donc forcément, j'en fais ma priorité et les autres le voient et le ressentent. C'est comme ça. Je ne veux blâmer personne. Je ne veux blâmer personne pour la vie que j'ai. C'est moi qui décide. Je suis le capitaine de ma vie, donc je veux pouvoir être bilingue. Mon objectif, c'est d'être bilingue. Eh bien, je vais marcher vers cet objectif et personne ne pourra me détourner de cet objectif. Je vous encourage vivement à démarrer quelque chose. C'est un petit pas, hein, mais appelez le coach. Prendre des cours d'anglais, ce n'est pas une option. Aujourd'hui, c'est une nécessité. La moitié de la planète, comme coach que je le disais, on va venir vous chatouiller avec l'anglais au fin fond de la Chine. C'est la vérité. C'est la vérité. Aujourd'hui, je le vois. Aujourd'hui, c'est un peu l'anglais, c'est comme une voiture rouge. Oui, vous pouvez ne pas voir de voiture rouge dans la rue, mais à partir du moment où on vous dit compte le nombre de voitures rouges que tu vas croiser, il y en a partout des opportunités finalement. Eh bien, aujourd'hui, je les vois partout. Je peux parler anglais partout et je peux répondre et je peux guider les gens, leur dire leur route. Je peux avoir une conversation avec eux. Je cherche ça, en fait. J'attire à moi, en fait, ces personnes-là, ces types de profils-là et c'est tellement riche. C'est tellement riche.
That's amazing. Listen, Sonia,
Vraiment, au bout de 3 ans, je peux vous dire que franchement, s'il fallait que je refasse, je referais pareil. Je referai pareil.
Sonia, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In an English country, you know.
Okay. So you want to go to London to join your son?
Oh, maybe it's perhaps it's probably the best solution. Je voudrais effectivement vivre et digérer l'anglais. Moi, je veux que l'anglais fasse partie de ma vie en permanence. Donc, pour cela, il faut vivre dans un pays anglophone. J'ai envie de vivre, d'expérimenter ça, de vivre dans un pays anglophone. Donc, voilà.
Wow. Tout le monde, votre environnement peut littéralement vous détruire ou vous construire. Il faut savoir dans quel environnement être. Déjà, votre environnement, c'est la moyenne des 5 personnes avec lesquelles vous vous entourez. Ceux qui disent « je n'ai pas d'amis avec qui parler l'anglais là », vous n'avez pas besoin d'aller aux États-Unis pour parler l'anglais. Entourez-vous de gens qui vous supportent, qui ne rient pas, qui ne se moquent pas de vous lorsque vous faites une faute en anglais. Et vous allez voir que de fil en aiguille, vous allez construire votre confiance en vous. Et ensuite, si vous voulez aller totalement géographiquement dans un autre environnement, comme Sonia pense le faire dans le futur, et si vous pensez que ça va vous aider, je peux vous dire avec certitude que ça va littéralement changer votre vie parce que 5% du langage Internet, seulement 5% du langage Internet est en français. Hein. Juste pour que vous sachiez, seulement 5% du langage Internet est en français. Donc, vous voyez déjà la panoplie d'opportunités que vous ratez. Donc, si vous vous mettez dans l'environnement qui convient, vous allez littéralement voir exploser les voitures rouges. Littéralement, vous allez les voir partout parce que vous êtes dans le bon environnement. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Je ne suis pas en train de promouvoir la fuite des cerveaux. Hein. Ne dites pas, hey coach, moi je viens en Côte d'Ivoire, est-ce que vous me dites d'aller au Japon? Non, 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 that's not what I'm saying. Aujourd'hui, je suis au Maroc, n'est-ce pas? Mais c'est important que vous compreniez que sans l'anglais, votre mental pensera toujours juste 5%. C'est ça, parce que vous pensez, you think what you're surrounded with. You think what you read. You think what you see. That's all you know. In order for you to become bigger and better, you have to know more things. That's all it is. But the other things are in English. Only this much is in French. So the choice is yours. Sonia, did I forget anything? Did I forget to ask you anything at all?
The ball is in your court. La balle est dans votre camp.
That's it.
À vous de jouer.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I wish you all the best, man. You are killing the game. And it's just such a pleasure having you on the show today. I appreciate your time because time is money. And for you to decide that you're going to use that time for this podcast, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My utmost pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And
take care, my dear.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye. All right, everybody, listen. Listen, listen, listen. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. J'ai un débat. Donc, si vous voulez vous joindre à nous, j'ai un débat. I have a debate. I have a dream. I have a debate, everybody. J'ai un débat ici. Le débat, c'est quoi? C'est working from home is bad for companies. Working from home is bad for companies. Yes or no? Mettez vos caméras. Mettez vos caméras. Ça, c'est le débat. Mettez vos caméras. Activez vos caméras si vous voulez débattre. Activez vos caméras si vous voulez débattre. Working from home is bad for companies. That is the debate. Donc, vous allez venir sur le podium. On va débattre cela. Et on va le débattre en anglais. Donc, travailler à la maison, ce n'est pas bon pour les entreprises. Vrai ou faux? That is the debate. That is the debate. Donc, pour nous joindre, le numéro, c'est +1 917 294 87 64. +1 917 294 87 64. Rejoignez-nous pour le débat. On va débattre ça tout de suite parce que ça, c'est un véritable problème. Depuis Covid, il y a beaucoup plus de gens qui travaillent chez eux. Est-ce qu'ils sont vraiment productifs? Est-ce que ça met l'entreprise en danger ou pas? I want you guys to join us for the debates. And let's have fun. Let's have fun. Ne faites pas attention aux erreurs que vous faites. Vous êtes là juste pour pratiquer votre anglais, n'est-ce pas? you are here to practice your English. And so I want you guys to come join us. Lorsque vous m'envoyez un numéro dans le WhatsApp, ce que je fais, c'est que je vous envoie un lien secret sur lequel vous pouvez cliquer pour nous joindre sur le podium. OK? Thank you once again, Sonia. Sonia qui vient de nous quitter tout à l'heure. C'est l'une de nos étudiantes. Elle fait juste un travail phénoménal dans son groupe. Quand elle a commencé, elle ne pouvait pas se présenter en anglais. Aujourd'hui, je suis tellement fier. On est tous fiers de Sonia. C'est juste formidable de voir sa progression. Et elle applique les 6 clés du succès. Le travail acharné, la patience, le sacrifice, la constance dans la pratique, la discipline et la confiance en soi. Elle applique tous ces 6 clés du succès. Et vous voyez, c'est juste, vous voyez certaines personnes et vous pouvez dessiner leur trajectoire future. C'est clair que c'est comme ça, quoi, comme une fusée. Parce qu'elle a su investir en elle. Comme je l'ai dit, l'investissement en soi est le meilleur investissement qui soit. All right, everybody, let's come join us. And activez vos caméras également. Activez vos caméras. All right. Okay, so we've got how many people? We've got 4 people. All right, so let's debate. Let us debate. And let me call Mark first. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mr. Kojo.
How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I am wonderful. I appreciate your patience. You were very patient. You were sitting there and you were watching everything. And thank you so much for your patience, man.
That's all. I'm waiting like to participate to that kind of debate since let's say for 1 or 2 months.
Oh my God, that is incredible. All right, Mark. So why don't you start? So, working from home is bad for companies. Is that true or false?
For me, I think it will depend on how any company will work. What are the different strategies for the different companies? Let me take an example.
Sure.
It's less expensive for a company, for a digital company, for example, to have people who are working directly in their home, because you don't have to pay for rent to rent a location for the company. That in that sense, for me, it's good for the company. But in another way, we have to look on the kind of workforce, how to say that, team spirit that we want to build in the company for a long term things. Okay, and in that sense, it's not good because the corporates are not working together. They don't have time to meet to meet together and work, discuss like before the COVID. That's for me how the answer is. You have to see each company. That's
Gotcha.
For me.
So you're saying that if you don't see each other in the same office, then
Yes, in the same.
then that what is the negative impact of not seeing each other or not seeing one another in the same office?
We don't build, there are some bonds that we can build. We can support each other while we are working together in the same office. We can know each other, and when we know each other, it's easy for us to achieve more together. Teams is together, everyone achieve more. That's by the definition of team. So to achieve more,
I like that. Together, everyone achieves more.
Yes.
I like that.
You see,
Okay,
so
that I love that. I learned something new today. Okay, together everyone achieves more. A team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and that's the division of teams. So if you work,
So you cannot have remote teams.
remote teams. But it's not easy because I need to see the person, I need to feel the person, I need to discuss with him directly. We need to create contacts. You know, we need to create the kind of contact when it's easy for me to create a contact when I see the person in front of me directly.
I
To know
see.
how the person behave when I see
Gotcha.
him in front of me. It's easy for me
So,
to know the different
so,
feelings of the person.
so you're saying yes, it can be bad for companies, but also
Yeah,
no, it can be good for companies.
yeah, for me. That's for
All
me.
right, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, if you want to participate, just raise your hand so I can see who wants to talk. All right, very good. Livia,
Yes, I will talk. Hello, coach.
how you
Hello,
doing?
everybody. I can talk?
Yes, you can. Are you one of our students?
Yes.
You okay? Livia est une de nos étudiantes, donc je voulais juste confirmer cela. Okay, very good. How do you like the program? Le programme est bon ou pas? Do you like it?
I didn't begin now, but I will begin
Oh, vous commencez quand?
after the 20th of this month.
Un samedi. Ça, c'est un samedi. OK.
Yes.
Donc, ça doit être niveau débutant avancé, niveau pré-intermédiaire, c'est ça? Ah, ça doit être avec coach Salma, c'est ça?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you will love it. You will love it. All right, very good. So, yeah. So, what do you think? Working from home is good or it's bad for companies?
According to me, it's very good to work at home because you are more productive than if you are in company. And at company, I think you are not
One
very
second.
focused. Yes.
Tout le monde, si vous ne parlez pas, mettez votre micro sur sourdine. Si vous n'êtes pas en train de parler, mettez vos micros sur sourdine. Seule la personne qui est en train de parler active son micro. Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead.
I was saying that according to me, it's very easy working at home because you are very focused for that and you are more productive that instead of being at a company because you have a lot of people and I think you are not very focused like that and you are less productive as a result.
So for you, it is important to work from home for mental health purposes. Is it for mental health purposes?
Yes.
I see. Okay, very good. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so, okay, very good. Jifa, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Hello, coach.
How you doing? You
Hello.
are definitely in our program, yes?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you remind me what group you are in?
With Coach Wissam, I have done 1 year.
Coach Wissam. Okay, is that
Yeah.
Mondays and Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Monday and Wednesday.
Okay, so you're advanced beginner also.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
Okay.
Jifa, let's go.
Okay, for me, it depends on every company. So you can't stay at home and work and you can go to your office and work. It depends on what kind of job you are doing. So it is not a mistake, it is not an inconvenience between these two things. And if you stay at home, it can allow you to do other things. So for me, I would like to say that remotely work for a company is a good thing. It can allow workers.
Hang on. What I'm saying here, I'm not saying is it good for the employees. I'm saying is it good for the company? Because
Okay.
is that, hey, it's good for me, but the company's saying maybe it's good for you because when you sit home, you can do a lot of other things, and we won't know if you are really working. So.
Okay, thank you, coach. As a company, I think it will be good to be at the company in order to make go a lot of money being also good in your activities. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you too, G-Fob. All right, Jackie Tay. How you doing, brother? We can't hear you though. Activate the mic, remember?
Okay, Abdel, sorry. Hi, everybody.
Hello. All right.
Yes.
What can you tell us just a little bit about yourself? Who are you?
My name is Mohamed Daikat. I live in France, in Orléans.
Hi.
You live in Lyon. Very good.
Orléans,
All right.
Orléans. If you know New Orleans, the old one is in France, so Orléans.
Got it. Got it. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And do you work there or you go to school?
I work. I'm
Where do you
actually
work?
43 years, so I don't go to school anymore.
Where do you work?
I work in Orléans.
No,
I have
meaning
a, I have a,
what company do you work for?
I have small cleaning company.
A cleaning company.
Yeah.
What do you guys clean?
We do almost everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you are an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
How long have you been an entrepreneur for?
Since 2015, at the end of 2015.
So the company is profitable.
Well, oh, it's okay.
It's okay. You
Yeah,
can
it's
feed,
okay.
you can feed your family.
Exactly. Yeah,
Are you married?
I do. Yeah.
Do you make enough money to have one or two girlfriends?
Actually, I'm married, so I don't have a girlfriend.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackie Tay, what do you
Yeah.
think about this topic?
I think as the other one has said, it's depending on a company. If it's a big company, those who are working more likely in a logistic company to work at home is better for the company because they can save more money. But if it's other company where they need more manual handling, then it's better for people to get close to the workplaces. That's what I think.
I see.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say it's better to work in the office, what are some of the advantages of working in the office for the company?
No, I think if the company, if they do to work at home, it's better for big company, those who have a logistic. For example, when you are working at home, they can have less office, and they can save them money.
No, I'm saying for the other, for the second bucket of companies that you talked about. That
Yeah, for example, like a big company like a postal office, company like Amazon, they need to have people who will make deliveries. So obviously they have to work close to the company instead of at home, I think.
So what you're saying is, if and correct me if I'm wrong, but are you saying that if the work does not require you to be physically in the office, then
Exactly.
it's better to be at home?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Interesting. So what about what about companies worrying about their workers not being productive when they work from home because you just don't know what they're doing?
What they do. Yeah, but as I say, depending on the company, because I think there have to be statistics where the company will know whether people are doing their job or not. For example, when there's a COVID-19, we kept working at all the time because our job, we need to be we have to be in a place in order to do the cleaning. To do the cleaning. So
yeah,
we cannot start home in order to clean our offices now. We have a hospital we have to clean.
Wow.
So in that case, at the time of COVID, we have worked from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, how did you manage that?
We do because we cannot let down our client, so we have to do the job.
That's insane. Congratulations.
For the beginning, it was scary, but in the end, then we know it's something we have to live with it, and then we manage it. And obviously, we are still here. We not die.
And all your employees, nobody quit. Nobody quit.
No one could. No.
That's amazing. That's simply amazing. Where did you learn English?
I used to live in the UK for 7 years in rural, where I learned English.
Gotcha. Is that where you met your wife?
No. In fact, that my wife's from Gambia. She's also Anglophone, but she's from Gambia.
Okay, we say the Gambia.
Yeah, the Gambia, exactly.
Okay, wonderful. All right, nice chatting with you. And stay there. If you want to talk again, please just raise your hand.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, who else wants to participate? Just raise your hand. Let me see. Okay, so let me call Hoodoo.
Hello, my coach.
How are you?
I'm so fine. And you?
I am also so fine. No, don't say
Okay.
I'm so fine. Don't say I'm so fine. Just say I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Okay, my coach. I'm
repeat,
doing great.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. So,
Okay.
tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, I'm Sare Udu. I live in Burkina Faso, in West African.
And what do you do?
I'm a student. Yes, I'm a student in college, humanitarian action.
Gotcha. Very good. All right. So tell us,
Yeah.
what is your contribution to the debate?
Concerning the topic, if is it good or bad to stay from home and work for the companies? For me, I think about it is a good thing, because when you take a station of coronavirus, the next year, in the China or European or another countries, the members of companies stay at home and work for the companies. For me, so it is a good solution or option to stay from home and work these companies.
All right. Very good. Do you have anything else to add?
No, not for the moment.
Very good.
I leave. Yes.
Thank you for your contribution.
Thanks.
All right. Amandine.
Hello, Coach Mary, Coach Kojo.
You are making a big mistake calling me Coach
Yes.
Mary. I am not Coach Mary.
Sorry, Coach Kojo. I just finished my class with Coach Mary, so I was still on her. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Can you tell
Hello.
us a little bit about who you are? Who are
Yes,
you?
so, yes, first of all, I wish you a Happy New Year 2024.
Thank you so much. Thank
Best
you.
wishes to everybody. So
Of
me,
course.
I'm Amandine, and I live in France, and I'm a student of Coach Kojo since August 2023. And I want to say that was the big and the best investment that I made on myself, guys. So,
Oh, il faut dire ça en français. Il faut dire ça en français. Il faut le dire en français. Let's go.
donc, je disais que moi, je suis Amandine et j'habite en France et je fais partie du programme de Coach Kojo depuis août 2023 et c'est le meilleur investissement que j'ai fait sur moi. Et je ne le regrette pas du tout. Je le conseille à tout le monde, tous mes collègues. Je dis, si vous parlez anglais, venez Coach Kojo. C'est incroyable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So let's talk about the debate. Working from home is bad for companies. Do you agree or do you disagree?
For me, Coach Kojo, everybody, working from home is not bad for companies. It's good for them because it's very important to make because now here in France, I know that we have a lot of problem of energy because the cost of energy is very high than before. So they can make they can spare money by letting some people do some work remotely. And we all know that during the period of COVID, every companies they were all happy that we can work from home. And even they know that your children is sick or not, they will ask you to work anyway. But now that we don't have COVID anymore, they are like, oh no, if your children is sick, you have to come home. Working from home is not for keeping the children. And no, is I think they are a little bit hypocrite because they know that when they didn't have the choice and you have to work from home, they were okay about that. So no,
That
it's
is
so true.
funny. That is
It's
really
true. It's
funny.
true. So me, I think that they know that is good, but I think they want to keep some cohesion. I don't know, cohesion in the with the colleagues, because if everybody is working from home, we can see each other. So they want to keep that contact with the
Yeah.
colleagues. But I think that having a remote working remotely is very good for them, and they can spare money. Maybe not every day, because I know that in my company we work 2 days per week at home from home, and 2 days we are on site. So I think is we have they have to find the right balance for them,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
Wow, that's very interesting. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Anybody else, just raise your hand and I'll call your name. All right. If you don't have if you don't have any contribution, but you have questions for me about anything, English notions, life, self-development, grammar, whatever, feel free to ask the questions as well. And those in the comments, feel free to ask questions as well. If you want to contribute to the debate, feel free to contribute to the debate as well. Anything, any questions, anything at all? I'm going to wait for a little bit because I know that some people have to go because it's already late where you are. You have to have dinner with the kids, etc. But this topic is very important because a lot of you guys work for multinational corporations where you end up working from home because they believe that it's going to save them money. But when you stay home, you end up working more than when you go to the office. Because when you are home, as soon as you wake up and brush your teeth, you open your laptop and you start working at 7 o'clock. And they know, those companies know. And you work from 7 o'clock all the way to 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or sometimes 9 p.m. So you end up working longer. And so it makes the company more profitable, right? It's good for them, but it's not necessarily good for you. Even though you may think, oh, this is good for me, I'm working from home, the number of hours that you end up spending on the work is much bigger than if you just go to the office and work from 9 to 5. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys hearing me? Like, are you guys shy? What is going on?
Coach Kojo, I can't raise my hand.
Guys,
Sorry.
if you want to talk, just raise your hand. I'll call your name because I just want to. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me call Fiacre first. Let me call Fiacre. Fiacre.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I don't speak.
Talk to me.
I
Who are you?
I am in Abidjan. I don't
Yeah,
speak very well English, but
that's okay. That's okay.
I felt that work at home
No, you got to
is
speak louder. You got to speak louder. Otherwise, everybody will leave the debate. Speak louder.
okay. When you say speak louder, parler lentement ou parler
Fort,
fort?
fort, fort. Volume.
Fort. D'accord. And work at home is not bad. Have a moment which is good. because if have and comment dire, des accidents at home, it's necessary for work at home. Souvent, c'est nécessaire de travailler à la maison parce
Hey,
qu'au
hey,
travail,
hey, 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 c'est un débat en anglais ici. Hein.
anglais. OK. Donc, have a moment who is necessary for work at home and have a moment who is bad for work at home for the company.
Got it. All right. Thank you, Fiacre. Merci d'avoir pris votre courage à deux mains. J'adore les gens qui font ça. J'adore les gens qui poussent leurs limites. C'est comme ça qu'on évolue dans la vie. C'est comme ça qu'on croit. C-R-O-I, accent circonflexe T. C'est comme ça qu'on croit dans la vie. Parce que les gens pensent que la vie consiste à éviter les obstacles. Non, la vie consiste à affronter les obstacles. C'est comme ça qu'on grandit, qu'on peut donc passer à l'étape suivante. Autrement, vous feintez les obstacles, vous n'allez avoir aucune sorte de... You will not be able to build stamina and strength. And so, I love what you just did, Fiacre. Vous n'êtes pas dans notre programme, n'est-ce pas? Okay, you're not in our program. Okay. I can tell from your English level, I can tell that you're not in our program, but save some money and then come join us, okay? All right, let me call Dimitri first, and then I need to call, after Dimitri, I'm going to call Mark, and after Mark, I'm calling Jifa. Okay. All right, Dimitri.
Hi, Coach Kojo.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, and you?
I am wonderful, thank you. Tell us just a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, my name is Dimitri Ubda, and I come from Burkina Faso. I work in a consultancy firm specialized in public finance, and I specialize in agriculture and climate change. Yeah.
So you have money?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, very good. All right. So, what do you think about a little bit? I like that. So, what question? Do you have a question, or do you want to contribute?
Okay. About this debate, I think that it depends of the organization or the business. On one hand, it's a good thing for the
on the one
the
hand,
company.
on the one hand, et puis on the other hand. D'un côté, de l'autre. On the one hand. Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, I think that that's a good thing for the organization to have his employees to work at home, because that can reduce the cost of the company. On the one hand, and on the other hand, that can be a little bit a problem, because the fact to not see each other every time, it depends of the work. Like I said, it depends. This is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you too. All right, let me call. I said Mark next, and then Jifa, and then Cher Diawo. Yeah.
Okay,
Mark.
Coach. About
Mark,
the question
you didn't introduce yourself earlier. Just tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Marc Landry Foucault. I'm from Cameroon, the continent. You know the continent, Cameroon.
Yeah.
Just back in Africa.
And do you have a job? Are you poor? Are you rich?
I think I'm in the middle. So
in the
after
middle,
working
that's
in
good.
Cameroon, I just came to France for a specialization, engineering specialization in engineering, civil engineering specialization.
Very good.
Now I'm in Marseille, in France. So I'm studying in a private school here. So that's this.
Private school. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, not that kind. Not too much.
Okay, very good. So what do you want to contribute?
Yes, about the question that you just asked, on the fact that working at home, we work for too long and it's more productive for the company. I think there are, when we start with a company, there's a kind of contract that we sign together with each party. Me, I'm signing a contract with the company, and it's the same between the company and me. And the contracts specify exactly how long or on which how much time I will work for in a day. I think that's the thing. Since I came here in France, I think the people here are more I want to say strict on the time of work. If I have to make the break at 10, at 10 I make the break, not 10:05, not 10:10. So if the work have to finish normally at 6, we have to finish the work at 6. I don't have to continue the work till 9 or something like that. So we respect strictly the term of the contract. So for me, it's like you work the same times, but you are in a kind of good environment. When you are in your house, you have everything that you want. So in a sense, it's you feel more productive. That's for me.
Are you sure? Because there are people who work from home and they have 3 children, and the kids are just screaming and throwing things, and it's pandemonium, right? It's like hell on earth.
Yes,
And so what would those people do because they cannot focus? The children want to talk to mommy, and mommy says, I'm working, and they can't understand that mommy is home and she's not taking care of them.
yeah. In that sense, it's normal. So for this group of people, just ask to not work at home. Just talk to the company that let me come directly to the office and I work there, because it's not easy for me to work from home. But for people who are free, alone, single, I think for them it's kind of management. I'm not sure if this the same now, but I have heard or seen in videos some years before that Google in her office has a kind of space where people can relax a lot, can chill, can discuss, can chat. But the office is very comfortable for everyone. So that's for me the kind of thing that we want to reproduce when we are working from home.
Gotcha.
That can improve productivity. That's for me.
Gotcha. Very interesting. Thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Jifa. After
Okay,
Jifa,
for me,
after Jifa is Share. After Share is Diakite.
okay, for me, working from home have a lot of advantages. So if necessary, I think we are going to choose working from home. So to reduce a lot of calls from for the company, and it will allow do other things with this money we gather with reducing some calls of our activities. This is all. I have another live with my coach, so I'm going to leave, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, guys.
Okay, yes, Share, let's go.
Hi, guys. My name is Shalu Jao. I'm from Touba in Senegal. I am not good.
What do you do for a living?
I am not good for English. Same to the guys here.
Okay, continue.
Yes, I just give my ID for the debate. Bon, working at home, it depends on the company. But if you have a company, or do you produce? Same me. I work in the company. If you produce the chicken poultry, you take the chicken poultry. It's not possible to work at home, but
Yeah.
we are in action every day. We want to go at the house of the chicken to use the technical manual, use you use into the feeding, and you see also the water line.
So I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about those kinds of jobs. I'm talking about jobs where you can either work from home on your computer or you can work in the office with on your computer. For those jobs, like, is it better for the company to keep you home or to make you come to the office, and why?
Okay, okay. But for me, it's very important to work in the company, but don't work at home. But working at home, we have many inconvenients. If you take our computer at the home, the children come in the room. I debate for many people, and I don't work correctly, but I prefer to work at my office in my company to my home.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jakite, your mic. I think you turned off your video instead of the mic, instead of turning on the mic.
It's not all on, I think, now.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
When it comes to the work at home, I think concerning the children, for me, I think it's a wonderful experience throughout of the COVID time, because we can understand how those people who are working with many children, how they pass through, because it is something very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So when we think about individual, we have 2 or 3 kids at home. How about the nursery school teachers, those who have 10 to 20 children?
Yeah.
So I think it's a wonderful experience, so we can understand what other people are passing by.
And do you think that people that actually caused more, that actually had more negative consequences than positive consequences for those people?
I think it has a consequence, but it's something that people have to understand. Somehow we have to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree.
So we can't just have a children and pass to others so we can have a good time. We also have to experience exactly how those people are passed. So that, I think, is a great experience for me as well.
Very good. Thank you for your contribution. And let me call Busugu. After Busugu, I'm calling Dimitri. After Dimitri, I'm calling Hudu, and then
Hello, guys.
And then I'm calling Amandine. Quickly. Yes. Hello. Let's go immediately. Busugu, let's go.
Hello, guys. My name is Busugu Arno Gauthier.
All right.
I'm from Gabon, and I live.
All right. What is your contribution? What's your contribution, sir?
But for me is important. It's important for me to work to the home.
Okay. Why?
Because to the home is prepared to dossier.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can do it. Don't be shy. Busugu. That's not a shy name. C'est pas un nom timide, ça. Don't be shy. Busugu Arno.
I like to speak English. I learned to English myself.
Very good. Congratulations. Thank you. Let me call Hudu really quickly. Oh, Dimitri first, and then Hudu. Dimitri.
Yes, Coach.
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to share with you an example about this debate. I have a friend that got a new job, where he should normally work at home. The first time, everything was okay. Everything was okay. He was happy because he should not go to work, take this risk. He was happy in the beginning, but now He told me that, hey, Dimitri, I'm tired. It's like I'm in jail. I don't want to be at home again, to work at home. I'm tired to do that every time. This is my wall, my fences I can see every time. It's boring. And I told him, okay, no problem, but you can try to see how to maybe change the how to call it again, the aesthetic. I don't know if it's the right
Sure.
word of his house, or to maybe find other job, or to go in there are offices where you can work normally, but they are not obliged to go there.
But what was it? What was the problem? Why did he not like it anymore? What
Because
changed?
he's tired. He's tired to be every time around worlds, to work every time. There is no one. You are alone. It's like you are a prisoner. For him, it's not interesting again. He's tired to do that. But the beginning, he was happy. He was happy the beginning to do that.
Very
But
interesting.
now,
Very.
yeah, now.
It sounds like if he was happy in the beginning and he's no longer happy, the problem is coming from him because nothing else changed. Nothing else changed.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is the same problem people have in marriages. They get married, they love their woman, like amazing, it's amazing. And then after years of living together, it's like, wow, 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 wow. So there's something missing here. If the marriage is like this, that means something is coming from you that you're not doing. What is it that he's not doing to find happiness in his job? Because we cannot blame we cannot blame the external environment for our lack of happiness. It comes
You're right.
from us. This is very interesting. Can you finish really quickly?
Just to finalize, you're right, because he told me after that he argued with his supervisor. That was not right between them. So maybe that can be that can contribute to get this kind of mood. Maybe.
Gotcha. Very good. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome. Hoodoo and then Amandine.
Okay.
Hoodoo.
Thank you, my coach.
Let's go.
And I want to ask something concerning this topic.
Quickly.
Me, I think about okay. Me, I think about stay at home and work for the companies has many advantages. When I take for example, for instance, this is an expression where I take with my English question. For instance, mean for example. Thank you for that. For instance, when you take the volunteers of United Nations, the volunteer of United Nations as a volunteer.
We can't hear you. Can you guys hear me clearly or not?
They stay at home and and collect.
What is going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Amandine.
No problem, maybe.
Yes.
Amandine, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, so thanks, Coach Kojo. So me, I wanted to add something about what you said about productivity when you work from home. I know that some people, when they are at home, they don't work very well. They're not very productive. But as far as I'm concerned, I know that when I'm at home, I'm productive at 1000%, because
Are you sure? Are you sure?
for sure, for sure. And my manager, he knows that. So when I want to be, sometimes I can ask for more time of remotely at home, and he's okay with that because he knows that I'm more productive at home than at the office. So I think that is when the productivity is an issue for the company, is about the management, because I think that every manager know how his employee works. So when he
But
knows
how do
that,
you logistically, how do you track all these things? How does a manager track every single day who is home, who is supposed to be in the office? Isn't that a logistical nightmare for a manager to
maybe before, yeah,
remember who is working from home, who is supposed to be in the office, who did not come today because they were sick? Maybe he thought the person was working from home, but it's because the person is sick. It's like,
yes, I think that depends of the organization of the company, because I know that in my company it's very organized. So when you are working remotely, you have to warn your manager 1 week before, and when you are sick, you have to let him know. So it's very organized. So when you are not there, they know, and they have some tools, because after since the COVID, they make some tools, to manage how people are working from home. And when you have some goals, some objective, that at the end of the month of the week, you have to have a meeting with your manager to tell him everything that you did, so that you have to work. For example, me, I know that when I'm in the office, I have my colleagues, we have to go to take some coffee, to do something. But when I'm at home, when I leave my children at school, I come back at home and it's just working. And my boss, he knows that. So that depends on everybody.
absolutely, 100%. Listen, everybody, we cannot finish this topic today. I just want to thank all of you for being here and dedicating your time to be here and participate in this debate with all of us. I really, really appreciate it, because I know that time is extremely valuable, and you decided to invest that valuable resource, that limited valuable resource, in this debate, and you did not have to do that. And for that, I just want to thank each and every single one of you guys tonight. Thank you so much for coming. This debate was a little bit longer, but I hope that it was beneficial for each and every single one of you guys in the chat, as well as those here on stage. Thank you so much once again. Hasta la vista, baby. See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.